Hello, as you can see, I'm a pigeon, and this is my pigeon service announcement. My name is Siraj Carter, and I want to call attention to an issue that I think is impacting a lot of youth today. You see, nicotine vape and e-cigarette companies are hitting a brand new low. I want you to take a look at the products on your screen right now, right? As we all know, nicotine products are not available for sale for anybody that is younger than 21 because nicotine is a harmful chemical that can stunt the brain development and behavioral development of children, right? But when you look at the products to my left, the bright colors, the flashing lights, and even the flavors make it clear that these products are marketed almost exclusively towards children, right? And that's not cool. That's not the case. Look at some of these, man. This is ridiculous. This isn't right. Look at the one next to me says passion fruit orange guava. I think the one above that is like unicorn frappe. One of these is blue raspberry, okay? And I'm pretty sure that flavor is like genetically engineered to taste terrible to anybody that's over the age of 13, right? So these companies are making sure that their products are as appealing as possible to children and exclusively children, right? So how did this become an epidemic? How did this become a problem? How are kids getting these products in their hands in the first place? Where are the kids getting all this weed? All right, so 50% of the data is showing that a lot of these kids are getting these products from each other, right? Either through a friend or through a sibling. But it's also not that hard to get these products through other means, right? Lax dealers, lax salesmen, people that just don't necessarily care enough to check the ages of the people that they're selling it to. That's one way. And also online retailers have made it easier than ever for children to get their hands on nicotine products because they can just lie about their ages online. I mean, I'm a talking bird, right? So clearly the human AI detectors are not necessarily doing their jobs, right? But what is the main motivator? After all, if these companies cannot legally sell their products to children, then why go through all of these hoops to get their products to be appealing to kids? Well, it's money, right? Of course it's money. It's always been money. It's always going to be money, right? The Food Drug Administration 2 years ago came out and they said that over 90% of people who smoke nicotine products like cigarettes every day have openly admitted to starting before they were the age of 18, right? So these nicotine and these cigarette companies had figured out that the sooner that they can get these kids to start smoking, the sooner they have a customer who will potentially be locked in for life. Nicotine is already incredibly hard of a chemical to quit once it's in your system. And the earlier that happens, the harder it is to wean your body off of it, right? So they're trying to create lifelong addicts. And you don't have to be, Gandhi to understand why that's not necessarily the most ethical thing to do, right? Now, I know what you're probably thinking, right? I'm not a kid. I'm probably an adult. If I was a kid, I'd probably be watching like a Mr. Beast or something. I don't know. Why are you telling me this, right? And it's because children are the future, okay? Children are the future of this country. They're the future of our society. And we're not going to have a future if little Timmy's lungs are collapsing on lap 6 of the Fitness Grand Pacer test, all right? So what should you do? What should you, as a viewer, do? Well, there are a couple steps you can take. One, you can contact your local legislators, right, and ask them to do some regulation, put some regulations on vape and e-cigarette products so that way they can't make them so appealing to children. If you do use any of these products, not yucking anybody's yum, if you're an adult, then it's entirely fine. I get it. But if you are using these products, I would highly encourage concealing them away from any children that could potentially find them, especially considering how hard these companies are going out of their way to get these products to be as appealing as possible to kids. I think it's best to just keep them as far away from a child's hands as possible. And I think at the personal level, one of the best steps you can take is if you have any kids in your life, maybe like a cousin or a sibling that you truly care about, I would have a meaningful conversation about them, about the importance of, staying away from these products until their brains are a little more developed, okay? I feel like having that meaningful one-on-one conversation and educating them, as we've learned, is the best way of preventing these predatory, harmful business tactics from impacting the child near you that you may care about. Right? Okay, so that's basically going to wrap it up for this short little PSA that I wanted to do on the dangers of underage nicotine use. I am going to go contact the witch that turned me into a bird and go see if they can turn me back into a human because I have a paper to write and it's going to be hard to do that without fingers. So that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for watching. and goodbye.